On this hot topic video today, I'm going to talk about partition and some of the logistics that you need to look for if you ever come across it. And I had a great question come up after somebody watched another partition video I made on the YouTube channel, which was, can an ex-wife and an ex-husband go through a partition where maybe the ex-husband wants to sell, but the ex-wife doesn't want to sell, and what are some of the logistics behind that? So here are some things you're looking for in that kind of scenario. The first thing is pulling title. You need to know what's happening on the title to that property. Is there a mortgage? Are there liens? Are there any back taxes? Is there anything else encumbering the property that needs to be sorted out? So pulling title is key. Also, knowing what the equity is like in that kind of deal. So in a partition, if you have that kind of mortgage and the mortgage may be killing the equity to the deal, what's happening there? What has to be resolved with that mortgage? So if the property is sold, that's dealt with and nobody's maybe facing any liability on that debt. And then another thing is the buyout. So it doesn't always have to go to a forced sale. Maybe if the ex-husband wants to sell and the ex-wife doesn't want to sell, maybe the ex-husband can say, okay, buy me out, buy my interest out, and then there will be an exchange of money, and then the deed will be transferred over to the ex-wife, so now she'll own the 100%. So there's a bunch of logistics that go into it, and also knowing repairs. So let's just say ex-husband, ex-wife, divorce already happened, judgment decree happened, but the property wasn't dealt with, which is crazy too. Maybe if there's a partition and the ex-wife has put more money into it now and the ex-husband wants to sell, there can be reimbursements back to the ex-wife, not just for the 50% interest, but for some of the utility payments, the interest, the taxes, any kind of reimbursements like that. So there's a couple things in that world that have to be looked at when it comes to reimbursements. So there's a couple logistics and more like a lot of logistics to look for, but just know if you see those kinds of things like partitions where one wants to sell or the other doesn't want to sell, or a bunch want to sell and one doesn't want to sell, there are factors that go into that. And now you know a little bit more about partitions and the logistics behind them.